Hi, my name is Melissa Arnold, and I am the daughter of Judy and David Arnold. Here to talk about the GoFundMe page that I'm creating for my parents and to really hope to make a huge difference and impact for the elderly community. This has now become a humongous passion of mine, having done the research behind what I'm about to tell you. So about 10 months ago, my dad entered a contest online, and it was called the American Cash Awards. He actually received notice about 2 to 3 weeks later stating that he was winning 2 cars, 2 houses, and millions of dollars. Most people, like you and I, would think that, yeah, that's doesn't sound exactly right. So there would be some red flags. However, this particular scenario is wrapped into the Jamaican lottery scam. And this scam has been going on for over 5 years. I've done extensive research on it, having had this happen to my family. And anyway, they've lost their life savings, and I've had to move them down here to Atlanta, Georgia. The expenses are insane. I'm trying to help them get back on their feet. And do anything I can to help other families, because in the process of finding more information about this and just talking to various numerous senior living facilities, each director was telling me that this is not an isolated incident. According to many people that already live in these places have been scammed. A lot of people. I started talking to any of my people that I know that are retirement age. Talked to other colleagues of mine, anybody in this type of category, and it was alarming to me how many people and stories that they were sharing of these various people that they knew or they knew personally that actually were scammed already. So it made me start researching online, and I was looking on YouTube. You can go to YouTube and check it out. Dan Rather did 3 different part series on the Jamaican lottery scam. They're about 20 minutes each segment, in 2013. And then Anderson Cooper did another segment on CNN, and it's about 6 minutes long. It's exactly what happened to my parents. These Jamaican people involved in the Jamaican lottery scam are actually finding lists. We don't know how they're getting these lists of elderly people, American elderly, and in addition, the Canadian elderly people with health conditions, predominantly dementia, people that are disabled, people that have had heart conditions, and stroke. Both my parents both had mini strokes. My dad this past January, and anyway, it's tragic, and you just don't think this is something that's going to happen to you. So I am here to tell this story because I know that we can make a huge difference for other families. It rips people apart, their families. It makes the people involved, my parents, included, probably have some shame and guilt around it. Thank God my dad has been convinced, and I can go into more detail about that it's a scam. But for forever, I could not get him to understand this was a scam. He kept, wire transferring money to these people. And so my end result, what I'm really excited about is I have a very, very good friend in the film industry, Jenna Cavell. She has been awarded, she's had some great awards around the film industry. She's done some great documentaries for social change. So I called her and I told her my story, and she's very excited to actually get involved in this and tell this story so that we can actually get this message out. I also called a bounty hunter, private investigator, and talked to him about it, and apparently it's bigger than what we thought. As I was doing research on YouTube, apparently there's literally thousands of Jamaican people that this is how they make money. It's become like an industry. I think they reported that definitely at least $300 million have been extracted out of the American people, the elderly and so forth, and they are estimating that it's more than that, more like $1 billion industry, and it is quite alarming what is really going on. So I think personally that we should, start with educating our public here so that we can actually, do something to make a difference here in some way. So asking for your help, even if it's $1 or, whatever it is you have in, your heart, if that speaks to you, what I'm saying. And what we're doing is we're raising money for my parents. We're trying to raise about $25,000 to get them, back on their feet this year. Some living expenses, some moving expenses. I was hoping to get them a car to drive eventually, and so forth. So anyway, my dad is actively looking for work. They're both 78 years old. And I can't stand that this is even something that's happening, that they're looking for work at this age. But that's what's happening. All right, I really appreciate you listening to this message, and I'll look forward to hearing from you soon.